What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scripted Legend bringing you guys a YouTube video on Reflex Finance, a reward-based token that is actually launching this Saturday on February 5th. Now, they're pre-selling on Pink Sale, and after they do the whitelist spots out the way, they're going to allow for public people to come in and buy, which is the perfect routine in my opinion. And this is coming from them talking and listening to the community. They've also have been paying attention to who in the community has been supporting them, and those who have done a lot of support for them without even asking for anything. They went ahead and gave them a whitelist, or if that person did do a lot for the community of Reflex Finance and wanted to have a whitelist spot, they said, hey, DM us. And they even said it. They made a note to state that in the AMA yesterday. So they have a strong community, and they are also listening to the community with these AMAs, or with the AMA that they have currently done. And they're even listening to the questions that have been given or asked from the people in the community that was a part of the AMA. And they would admit that there was some questions that they didn't even think about. And while that could be scary, they said, hey, I want you to personally DM me so we can talk about different ways so that we can make sure those issues are met with and handled with in the best way possible, to where it does not affect the crypto's future, which is great. This is good. You want a token that doesn't feel too big-headed. There's a lot of projects that have a lot of big-head people at the lead, and you can see it once they launch, where the guy doesn't listen to how the community really feels, and he's just like, nah, I'm gonna lead y'all to success. And then after the launch, they just fall off. But when you listen to the community, your community is even more, they feel even more reason to hold your token because they actually believe in you. But let's go ahead and get right into why this token has massive potential at launch date and afterwards. First is how amazing the AMA was. It has a lot of people in the community stoked. It had a lot of people that was actually watching the AMA live. You had people watching it on YouTube, and then you had people in the Telegram actually watching it. And the Telegram is almost at 6,000 members and has over 600 people live or online throughout the day, just sitting in there ready for Reflex Finance, wanting to hear more news. They even have a Discord channel where they are also talking to the community, and it is super efficiently well ran by Crypto Rabbit, one of the best Discord members and Discord leaders and crypto, who first started off in SafeMoon and then went to Evergrow Coin and was like second in command kind of to the Evergrow Coin's Discord community leader, and now is taking the helms with Reflex Finance and is building a strong community and building a strong staff behind her to keep Reflex's Discord and Telegram and community strong, with some strong members behind keeping things structured. Secondly, they also have staking pools. They're doing a staking pool. Yes, every crypto does a staking pool. But all of them say we're not going to do a staking pool with rewards, or they just give no information whatsoever on a staking pool. They just keep telling you, yeah, it's easy to do, and yeah, so that's it. That's all we're going to give you. We're not going to rush it or whatever. They actually gave us news on the staking pool. We asked, is there going to be rewards are you still going to receive rewards in the form of BUSD when you stake your tokens? They said yes. So that is a huge plus. What does that mean? That means people are going to be able to increase their bag a great amount, especially because this token is just releasing. So this is going to give a lot of early investors a really good chance to really stack up their bags. And it's not even stacking up their bags necessarily as far as to sell them, but honestly to hold them. People being able to make a lot of money from the staking pool, not just from rewards, but also the tokens that they're going to receive that have been staked from the team or whatever. It's going to mean huge things for Reflex, because now people are going to have even more rewards in a way to buy more Reflex tokens. And if that's not the case, if you don't want to buy your Reflex tokens, it adds you as an investor more financial freedom, because now you have even more money to go out there and to buy other cryptos that you like and get into those other projects that you like, while holding your Reflex Finance bag. So it motivates some people to hold. While they could sell their Reflex Finance tokens, you actually do want selling when it comes to tokens, guys. You want it. No, if you want to be listed on exchanges, you have to have volume. You have to have volume. You have to prove that you can create and maintain volume on your own without an exchange. What is this? Why is that the case? Because exchanges want those, they want those trading fees. They want those trading fees. I can't express it enough. They want the trading fees. They want to be the token or the exchange with massive trading volume, because then it's going to bring other tokens to want to be a part of their token or their exchange. So you want people to actually sell Reflex Finance tokens. Rather it's a big amount. Yeah, I understand you don't want a big amount being sold, but that also is going to go to the buyback and burn. While the buyback and burn is not that efficient as proven from a lot of tokens, because when you think about the buyback and burn, it's literally just the same token being bought back and burned, bought back and burned, bought back and burned. And then as time goes by, and especially when the buyback and burn is diminished, it basically does nothing. But the burn is really the key feature when it comes to the buyback and burn. The buyback is really just a nice little quick little fix to people trying to sell and trying to combat them selling. So it adds a little bit of support, but not as much support as some people may think. Back to the staking pool though. The staking pool is going to even bring in even more massive passive income to investors of Reflex Finance and help them not even just, I don't want to say 10x your bag, but kind of 10x your bag from your initial buy-in, especially if you get it at the public launch. I can't really stress enough how big I think the public launch is going to be. Am I getting into the public launch? I'm not stating that. I'm just stating how big I think the public launch is going to be for Reflex Finance, because there's so much build up. There's so much hype around Reflex Finance. And I would honestly say that Reflex Finance is the most anticipated crypto of 2022 already. I haven't seen another token that has this much hype around it, and it's definitely a token that you should have your eyes on. If you want me to do a bigger video on why the staking pool by itself is going to be such a huge juggernaut for Reflex Finance, then go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below, and I will definitely do so. But we're gonna have to go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is the NFT Marketplace. I honestly believe the NFT Marketplace is going to be crazy and definitely beneficial to Reflex Finance. Why? Because the thing about the NFT marketplaces, you have OpenSea, you have Rarible, you have all these big marketplaces, but they rely on Ethereum. And Ethereum has the most horrific gas fees in the world. Even outside of NFTs, I try to buy Saitama token for $50, and they said, cool, $40 transaction fee. What the frick? But I bought $500 worth with of BNB of a token, and they said, okay, could we just want a 4-cent gas fee. Okay, sure, you can have my 4 pennies. Definitely, that's reasonable. That is reasonable. And why do I bring up Binance when I'm talking about Reflex Finance? Because Reflex Finance is a Binance-based token, a BEP-based token. What does that mean? It means that the transaction fees for buying NFTs are also going to be extremely low. Is this bad news though for Reflex Finance because they're not going to receive a lot of money though in those transaction fees? Not necessarily, because there's going to be there's going to be a huge massive increase number of people trying to trade their NFTs or buy NFTs from Reflex Finance NFT marketplaces, or any NFT marketplace with wrapped BNB included, or any BEP based token, which Reflex Finance once again is one of those tokens. People trying to rush to buy these NFTs with these smaller transaction fees is a good thing. We've seen altcoins receive massive volume, especially when Dogecoin was going crazy. They receive massive volume out of nowhere. Why? Because they're so cheap in the minds of investors. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna buy this token where I can buy $1 I can spend $1 and get 10 billion or 1 billion tokens of this token. Why wouldn't I do that? That's it. I might as well. Why not? And it makes sense though. And it makes sense why it's still going on to this day. We're 1 year removed from Dogecoin going crazy, and we're still seeing other tokens copy Dogecoin's kind of mantra or whatever, and they're still having massive amounts of income and trading volume. Look at Shiba Inu. Look at Saitama Inu. Look at SafeMoon. SafeMoon is a BEP based token. Look at Evergrow Coin. There's so many tokens that just went crazy because of how low and cheap they are. And when you're an investor, you can't knock a cheap deal. In crypto, who doesn't buy a dip? So who's not gonna buy a cheap token and just say, yeah, I got baby cash in my wallet? I digress from that, but all I'm saying is that the NFT marketplace is going to bring in a massive amount of volume into Reflex Finance, and it's also going to bring a lot of attention to Reflex Finance. But if you want me to go into more detail why the NFT marketplace is going to be such a huge catalyst for Reflex Finance in the near future, if executed correctly, of course, then please make sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below as well saying that's what you want, and I will make it happen. All I need is just one person. If 2 people do it, then I'm going to even speed run to making that video. Now I have to digress again because we got to get to the next topic of the video, which is the mystery token or the mystery utility. Why would I say mystery token? The mystery utility that is on everyone's mind. Why is it on everyone's mind? Because it's a mystery. What are y'all going to do, Reflex? What are y'all going to do to set yourselves apart? There's possibly a metaverse. There's the possibility of a metaverse. There's also a social media platform. They could do the same thing that not just Evergrow Coin did, but Crypto is doing and actually performed and executed. So they're technically the first. Let that be said and known and heard throughout the people that are watching this video. Crypto was the first to actually do this from what I know. Evergrow Coin is also trying to do the same thing, but maybe they will be even more successful than Crypto. Crypto so far has not been that successful. They also don't have as strong a following as Evergrow Coin, so more people are hyped about Evergrow Coin's creator than they are Crypto's social media platform. But there's also the social media platform. Heck, there's so many avenues. You also have Saitama that has Saitama Studios, which is basically a studio. It's a studio. It's basically a studio that's trying to do manga, animes, TV shows, you name it. They're trying to support it as a third party. That's Saitama Studios. So there's that possibility for Reflex Finance. They could also do. I'm a huge MMA fan, so you might hear that Reflex Finance is actually starting a sports league, and you're gonna have people competing against each other in like MMA or in cricket or something like that. The possibilities are endless with the mystery utility, which is why so many people are hyped about it. And just think about it. If you're probably thinking, okay, but where is the real utility in like a sports league? It doesn't have to necessarily be a physical sport, but you can get the athletes to make those big amounts of money, and then they possibly convert it into Reflex Finance, causing a huge uptick in the price. Or they could do what Nobility Token is doing and go into esports. There's nothing wrong with doing something that another token is doing. It's not about reinventing the wheel. It's just about adding to the wheel, or adding something that's not in the wheel to the wheel, and making it a little more spicy, if you get what I'm saying. I know you guys probably want more. If you do, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And like I said constantly throughout this video, make sure to comment. Please comment how you feel. I actually recorded the AMA, or went live during the AMA yesterday or whenever it was. So if you want to check that out, please be sure to go check that out. I love you all. You guys have a blessed one and stay safe. It is the Scripted Legend signing out. Like I said, I already said it once. Have a blessed one and stay safe. You guys are the best. Peace.